Hello everyone. Yesterday night we can say it was complete destruction, complete what you call annihilation of Indian cricket team by the mighty Aussies. I mean seriously, how did they chase 331 runs? The record runs is in Women's World Cup and also in the ODS section. It was really out of the box. So today we have got Ayan Chatterjee with us. So Ayan, what's your thought on Australia's miraculous comeback? Like no one thought that they will win it and win it by with 1 over remaining. I mean, 350 also wasn't that much a winnable score, or was it?
First of all, it was a great game to watch in Vizag. I mean, it was a thriller game. I mean, India started off well when they were put into bat once again. Once again, Harmanpreet Kaur losing another toss. They put into bat, and then the opening partnership of Smriti Mandana and Pratika Raval put up 155 to set the base for India for a big total. And the other batters just kept on going. But where I think India, to beat Australia, you have to do well in all phases of the game. And I think India, for the first factor where India faltered was in the last, I think, 5, 6 overs when they lost 6 for 36 to collapse
Yeah.
from 294 for 4 to 330. Once you do that, what happens is you didn't get to 350. Had they got to 350, you never know. It would have been a 7 runs per over chase, and Australia may have faced more difficulty. 331 was still a good score. But India missed out on 20, 30 runs from where they were, from a position where they were at one stage. So that was one. Annabelle Sutherland was brilliant with 5 wickets. She really pulled it back for Australia. Whereas Australian bowling was not at their best, but Annabelle Sutherland really rescued them. When it came to batting, first 10 overs was crucial. India needed early wickets, but they didn't. Alisa Healy and Phoebe Litchfield laid the platform. Alisa Healy was magnificent with a 142, back in form, the captain leading from the front. And that's where I think Indian captain also needs to learn that you need to lead from the front and just not talk. Okay. So Alisa Healy led from the front, scored 142. But at opening 10 overs, where Australia scored 82 runs for the loss of 0 wickets, that really set it up for
Yes,
India,
yes.
for Australia to get the chances. And there, although India came back through Charani bowled really well, and Dipti Sharma. These two were the standouts for India with the ball. They really pulled it back for India, and they made sure that we had a thriller in the end. But the other bowlers, the fast bowlers, went for runs. Amanjot, I know, picked up 2 wickets, but she went for runs. Kranti Gaud went for runs. And then you see Sneh Rana going for 85 in 10 overs. So when you have only playing with only 5 bowling options, what on a flat deck against an Australian attack which has batting depth, it means that if one of them has an off day, India is gone. They're screwed. They're going to be facing
Yes.
difficult, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, not one had an off day. 2 or 3 bowlers had an off day,
Yes, yes.
and India were always behind the 8 game. Yes, it became exciting at the end, but you always knew that Australia, with the required under control and run a ball, someone with the other will come up and just hold it cool. Australia just need to stay cool, and then Elise Perry came back from injury and knew that she had to come back to use her experience into play to
Experience,
get
yes,
over
yes.
the line. And then India and Australia won the game. So Australia deserved the victory. For India to win, as we said before, you need to do well in all the areas. You may miss out on one, and you give Australia a sniff, they will pounce on you, and that's what happened. Thriller game, but now what happens is with this win, what happens is India's a potential exit was a probability before the Australia game. Now, after this loss, India might not make the semi-finals. That is becoming a reality now, because now India has next against England. They have a game against England on 19th, which is next Sunday, and then they have a game against New Zealand on 23rd. These two games, maybe India has to win both. They cannot afford to lose even one. They lose one, they're out of it. Even I'm not considering the Bangladesh game at this stage.
Yeah.
So India's journey has become tougher. Australia, well, they're top of the table now, and it's looking like Australia and England will be the first two teams making it to the semi-finals, and there'll be a tussle for 3 and 4. That is what it seems at this stage.
Yeah, it's quite clear that India's captain Harmanpreet Kaur and head coach Amol Mazumdar, like combinations is also important. Like, see, look at England, South Africa, New Zealand. They have 6 to 7 bowlers, even part-time bowlers. We can say some are a couple of them part-time. They do the work. But India is doing with 5 bowlers. I mean, it's not a test cricket, right? Like you need to have only 5 bowlers and 6 batters. That's an ODI game. A lot of time is there, and the way Healy she played, it was really pleasing to see the eye. I mean, Mitchell Stark will be so much happy that my wife is smashing the Indian batters so all around the park. I guess they both train a lot together. Huh? We have seen the video also of Mitchell Stark bowling to Elisa Haley. That really helps. Why I'm telling you this because Australia's fast bowlers know they bowl to Australian women batters in the nets. That's how they do the practice. That's how Australian team is just so much dominant, so much powerful in winning ICC titles. They know how to bring the best best, not the best only, the beast out of you. 331, I thought that India might have win the game, but as you said, that 36 run collapse for six wickets, that was crucial there. So it was quite what you call topsy-turvy game. But Elisa Perry, as you said, like experience matters a lot. She stayed till the end. She made sure that she doesn't lose the wicket. And yes, middle overs are very much important. Even if in power play didn't go to India's favor, where is the backup? Where is the plan B, plan C, plan D? Where are those? And see, Harmanpreet Kaur, this is her last ODI World Cup. Again, they will be having a new captains, perhaps Smriti Mandhana or Jamie Rodriguez or Dipti Sharma. One of these three might be the captain. Pratik Rawal, who knows? Again, you will have to go from scratch. Aman Musumdar's head coach contract will also be snatched away. Someone other will be given up. Again, new dynamics. Again, new ecosystem. We are not learning at all. We are not learning. We lost against South Africa in the same fashion, that chasing win as well. We weren't able to defend against Australia, the same one. It's about the mindset. Oh, come on, these are overseas players. These are not overseas animals which are going to eat you alive. You lost the game in which you should have won the game. Like Australia is laughing in the corner, looking at how they won the game and everything. Like the entire billion people, no offense, but it said, na, you deserve what you get. No one respects Indian women's cricket now after the last two thrashings and everything. Like, I just want to just know one thing: why the hell, like, there are batting pitches only at Vizag? Why there are no sporting pitches? Why the ICC doesn't come into between, or why the BCCI has given strictly orders to have only and only batting pitches? Where is the competitiveness amongst the wickets? Where it is? We aren't watching video game. It looked like that only when Alisa Harry was smashing the ballers all around the park, and also Phoebe Litchfield, Bet Mooney, and everything. Where are the pitches? Okay, we can say about the pitches about one thing. Where are the bowlers who have the mindset? That what you call the fighting spirit? Where is that Aussie mindset? Australia pulled back the things. 294 to 330, they would have got the self belief. Come on, we can win this. The dugout, there would have been some coaches, they would have said that trust the process, target first 10 overs, then the middle overs phase, then the drinks break, then the again the phase. They break down the target one by one, one by one. That's how you win the target here. You don't have to chase 331 in 50 balls. You have to chase 331 in 300 balls. There's ample time left in the match, and they did that. They came out flying colors. Man, look at them. Take a leaf out of their playing. But you know what? Our Indian cricket team, our BCCI, our all the fans, and everything. We say we should not learn from Australia because they are our deep enmity. There is rivalry and everything. Come on, man, learn from them. They have mostly benefited the Aussies, the South Africans, England, Britishers, Kiwis, the white ones, which you say, from playing the WPL, they have gotten accustomed to their conditions. WPL hasn't been a success even in 3 to 4 editions. The overseas players have got the crux out of it, the conditions, the pitches, the all the ecosystem and everything. This is not this is the way they play. Four overseas players and they're dominating again. Now on how earth India will qualify? New Zealand is playing very good cricket. Yes, the way they defeated Bangladesh when they were in a precarious position and all these things. How will they defeat? New Zealand game will be their last game if they win against England, which is in next Sunday. Like and even I remember just before the start of the tournament, Visitor India, the Visitor India website, they made a wrote an article that why India's all games are played at non-venues where India was playing in that section of the home cricket and everything. Like, this is called a mentality and an attitude that before the start of the tournament we are giving we have given the reasons that if we fail, if we falter, we will blame it on the board, on the selection panel, and on the coaching staff. Before the tournament began, you were so much negative, Wisden India, that you weren't able to play in that Vizag, Indore, and other venues, Colombo as well. This shows the mentality, the mindset. India deserves to be in this position. You should have won the game. You can't handle the pressure. You are playing international cricket. Why Renuka Singh Thakur is not there? What wrong uh, she did that she's not playing? Huh? Come on, keep one batter less. Bring on Renuka Singh Thakur. She's a very good new fast bowler. But you know what? You want these guys only. There is favoritism, peak favoritism present in Indian women's cricket team. No matter what, it's a dark, deep muddle which is going on. Come on, man. It was stupid to watch yesterday. Like, what just happened? I was like, I was watching, wondering if Australia's men's team was playing or what. Like, because that was the highest record run chase, right? In women's ODI
Yeah.
World Cup, and like Australia have done that sort of run chase. But this women's team, I mean, wow. Where do they come from? These Australians from the like what? Literally, but who do you think is accountable for this defeat? Like, no doubt you will point out fingers at Harmanpreet Kaur and Aman Mozumdar, but actually, who is responsible? Because if you ask me, I will say the lower middle order. It's your responsibility as well to score runs. It's a team effort. It's a collective effort. After all, you just can't sit and enjoy. Come on, top six batters are doing the work. No, why should we bat? If our batting comes, we'll throw our wickets. What do you say?
It's a collective failure. You cannot blame one individual or two individuals. Collective failure, I think, as you said. I mean, Harmanpreet Kaur will be, I won't say Harmanpreet Kaur to a total degree. Yes, captaincy blunders can happen here and there where it's a, see, the captain can do what? He can use the bowlers and introduce bowlers at the right time and wrong time. But then the main thing is selection and where the captain is also involved and the coach is also involved. That is playing only with five bowlers. That is the main thing. That is the main crux. And then, of course, the lower middle order collapse that happened yesterday. That was 6 for 36, just not on. Against Australia, you did everything right. You did all the hard work. All the hard work was done by the openers and the initial middle order, and then you collapse for 6 for 36. That was the main thing. And then you speak about, I mean, Renuka Singh Thakur, she played the game against Pakistan in Colombo because Amanjot Kaur was ill. That's why she played, and then again they went back to Amanjot. I mean, what is this fascination of the Indian cricket team, whether men's or women's, with having batting depth? I fail to understand. Just batting, batting, batting. They're just going to go on with batting. They'll not play with proper bowlers. As you said, in Test cricket, you can still get away with it because, as you see in men's cricket, five bowlers, chal jata hai kaam. But in one day cricket, especially in one day cricket, more than T20, I feel, you need six bowling options because you never know who can have an off day on a given day. So that is one thing. I think Renuka Singh Thakur, or if you want an Arundhati Reddy, these two players are sitting out. Then Radha Yadav, who is such a great fielder, she's only used for fielding. She's also sitting out. So there's lots of selection issues, lower middle order issues. Indian team always had issues, and I always feel at the start of the tournament they'll be able to get the better of Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Pakistan easily, no matter what, even if they don't play at their best. We know that why. But can they beat these top nations? Well, look at the wins they have. They win against Sri Lanka, struggle. Win against Pakistan, it was a struggle, but they got the victories. But then who are the lost now? South Africa, Australia. Now they've got England and New Zealand. We are talking. I think the New Zealand game could be a knockout. For all we know, because New Zealand are also not at their best yet. Honestly speaking, I don't see them beating England. To be honest, I don't see India beating England at current form. I mean, England are peaking, and at the end of the day, England are peaking, and New Zealand are up and down. So that New Zealand India game, I think on 23rd could be the decisive game as to see who goes through the semis. But I think, to be very honest, India's chances are very, very low now, very minimal. I mean, they have to get confidence, right? You will not get confidence. Had they beaten Australia yesterday, they would have been confident and may have come out with all guns blazing even against England. I think that will be in Indo on 19th. But now with this loss, they'll be totally crestfallen, and I don't think they'll be able to. Even this 1 week break won't help. It does help if they have any niggles or anything, but India's campaign looks to be over before the semi-finals as the host nation, and that is really not done. I know New Zealand also failed in 2022, where they didn't make the semi-finals as a host nation in the Women's World Cup. I remember that. But then this will also be a very tragic. And let's not blame which venues they're playing. I mean, that is venues are decided by BCCI and ICC. So let's not go into that. But I think it's a collective failure by the coaching staff a little bit, and of course by the players that are playing. That is the reason for India's loss. They should be held accountable, collective accountable, not one individual. Let's not put someone as a scapegoat. In India, we have the tendency to pick one scapegoat. You never, for all we know, Amal Mozumdar might be made the scapegoat only because Harmanpreet Kaur has a hold over the team. Let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Amal Mozumdar could be in real trouble after the World Cup. That is the thing I'm fearing.
Yes, I would like to tell one interesting story here. Kashvi Gautam, that Gujarat Giants, the player.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, she played the Sri Lanka Tri Series, Sri Lanka South Africa ODI Tri Series. She was given
Yeah,
a
the Sri
chance, but
Lanka,
not.
South Africa, India.
Yeah, why I'm telling about her is because I had taken her interview on Cricket of Seal. Like she's a fast bowling all rounder. You need such characters who can bat, and so perhaps she might have been an option, or someone like Radha Yadav or Arundhati Reddy, because she wasn't selected, Kashfi Gautam, because of her very tender age and all these things. But it was acceptable as well. They want to groom her for the future. But batting depth, all-rounder depth we should focus now. Australia has all-rounder depth. England has all-rounder depth. New Zealand has all-rounder depth. Sophie Devine, these guys they bowl and bat and everything. Where is that all-rounder depth in Indian cricket? No, we are just focused on having batters and bowlers and one wicket keeper, sole wicket keeper. So it was quite a disastrous, what to say. Everyone just got a reminder of the 19th November after that defeat. And this defeat, I'm saying, India versus Australia World Cup match. And yes, India versus Australia is also coming up on the 19th of October. It's going to be a fascinating contest, but we'll talk about that later. So, I last question for you and for me as well. I will also answer. Like, what is actually exactly wrong here? It's discipline, it's mindset, it's attitude, or what do you say?
I think it's the mindset. If you look at it, India against Australia clashes, is the mindset. I think I'll blame the mindset for the loss because I think the Indian women's team do not have the self belief to beat Australia. To be honest, when they're put in a corner, sometimes a chord victory here and there can happen, but when they're pushed in a corner, and I think yesterday's also match was also case in point. As soon as 331 was the target, Australia knew if we put this Indian team under pressure by starting well, this Indian team can crumble under pressure. And that's exactly what happened. Yes, it became an interesting game. Yes, India fought back at the end in the middle overs and end overs, but it was always Australia's game to lose after a point. So I feel it's the mindset, attitude, and everything. It's like whenever they face Australia, I'm talking about only Australia, they falter. And yeah, yes, you can say against South Africa also they lost, but South Africa they've beaten South Africa in other series, bilateral series and all. But against Australia they struggle even there. You know that very well. So the only team that has not that is the only team against whom India has not won a series since 2022 till this World Cup. This is in Australia. They've not won anything. They've won a game here, a game there. That's it. So against Australia is the mindset problem from the girls. The girls just do not have the self belief to beat Australia, and that is the reason why they're in this position. And now this might get worse. Let's see if India can turn it around. It's going to be very difficult against England because again in indoor it will be another batting pitch. And if this is the bowling, again India goes in with five bowlers, then they're gone. But I don't see them changing. There's not a willingness to change. Also, that is the problem.
Yes, I think it's about the confidence and also the discipline. Look, Australians have a habit of sledging. There's no doubt about it. When four wickets were down and again fifth wicket down, there was a pumpness. Like, come on, we can do this. There was some chattering going on. There's come on, play some shots and all this, talking with each other, distracting the batters and all these things. They did that quite easily, and they succeeded in that. 36 runs and only six wickets. Wow. They won the game there itself. And Alisa Haley, look, she was stepping down the track, that just flick of the wrist shot and everything. She was like, I will take the responsibility of doing my work. And she got 140 odd runs. These are huge. With a strike rate of, if you look, 132.71. Was she playing T20 cricket with such sort of strike rate? That is the question. And Phoebe Litchfield, she also did her good work. So it was quite a good one. Australia's speciality is that their number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven batters have swapped positions throughout the World Cup. It's not like only Bet Muriel batted number three. They have made Elisa Perry batted number three, Ashley Gardner batted number three, and also Talia McGrath batted number three, Annabelle Sutherland to bat at three. Various batters have placed at various batting positions. They are ready for all of the scenarios, situations, what you want. This is how they train. I mean, seriously, which team does like that? Every team follows a template. Like Smriti will be at opening, Harmanpreet in the middle order, then lower middle order Dipti. Have we seen Dipti Sharma batted top of the order? No. Have we seen Harmanpreet Kaur playing at the lower middle order as a finisher? No. This is such a brilliant planning. No, this Australian cricket team, men's and women's cricket team, they bring the beast out of you by playing at multiple positions. Not everyone will like to do that. No, it's very risky, but they take that risk and they succeed and they dazzle completely. Wow, just look at the performance. I'm just not able to believe. Like yesterday, I thought I was watching an old match or something like that, but that was live fixture. Australians are the crowns of the World Cup, man. Come on. No one can beat them when they're at their beast level. Literally. So that's it from us. India versus Australia. The game. It was really fun interacting with you, Ayan. But I would like to just say one thing. It's never over till it's over. But it looks as of now it's over because see, India not only will have to win the next three matches, but also the next two matches, semi-finals and finals. 5 out of 5, 100% ratio now. You just can't afford to lose now. 5 out of 5 games, and you have to start with first game first of all. That's England. win small key phases and moments. Don't go for direct win. Take your time, one ball at a time. Adam Gilchrist says, one ball at a time. That's it. Don't think ahead. And Australia will be like, come on, we decimated India again, and they will be very happy. And now the next planning will be on a full course. Next game is there against Bangladesh, I guess, on 16th
Bangladesh.
of Bangladesh. So Bangladesh will be fearing Aussies. Don't play with us. We are already very much hunted by England, by other
Bangladesh
teams.
maybe will be praying for rain to help them get a point. Maybe that's the
Yes,
only thing I'll say.
just one point, which is the second World Cup, right? This is second ODI World Cup for them.
Yeah, yeah.
But literally, man, matlab, that says though that never ever ride a kangaroo lion. I would say these are the kangaroo lions, lioness. We can say the lions are going to face the men in blue now in couple of 3 to 4 days time. So let's see how it goes. But kangaroo lioness, that's why I wore this yellow shirt. Very proud of yesterday's victory. It was really, really breathtaking. Look, this cricket gives us the belief that we can win from any position, and that happened yesterday. Australia did that. I was like over the moon. Come on, Australia, come on! Like they played it, man. I think they have won the World Cup now. It's just a mere formality that the trophy will be given to them because South Africa, England, and New Zealand. These three only teams are left who can give them a crack at it, a challenge. Let's see how it goes. Ahead. So thank you, Anne, for joining us at Go Great of Zeal, and to all the viewers, goworldwide.co.in. The entire match is being broadcasted there, coverage there, we can say, and also this video will also be there very shortly. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ayan. Ayan, what do you think? Is it coming home or Australia taking back again to home the trophy?
Australia definitely front runners to win the trophy, but don't count the chickens before they hatch. India ka chance chhod do, but I think it's between Australia and England. Like I said, England will be the biggest challenger for Australia. I feel at the moment it's looking Australia-England final at this stage.
Yeah, let's him. I would say it's coming home, but still, it's not it. The Greek stage is also not over, not the semi-finals, not the final. Nothing is done. Still a lot of the Diwali has to go and everything. Then on 2nd of November, we will be there. Go Worldwide and Creative of Zeal, the founder, me, and the CEO Varad Vaichal. So thank you, Ayan, and thank you everyone for watching the video. If you like, then only share, subscribe. We are not forcing you. We'll continue to do our work. It's better to continue to do the work. So thank you, everyone.